everybody, what's going on? It's Jessie Lee. You can call me #Boss Lee or the People's Mentor. And I'm really excited and honored to be here training you guys today, specifically on a lot of things. But I will say the intention today is to teach you how to not only present your opportunity better, but also how to sell more product. And I'm actually going to take a different route on this because I will tell you there's been a lot of things that I've learned in my career that have absolutely scaled the business in ways that I never expected. And I also want to take you into a mindset that allows you to grow and to build and to become and to really be the person and the business owner that you want to be. And so I'm not going to tell you that everything is easy in this business, but I do want to let you know that I hope that more of us start to not judge ourselves based off of the outcomes that we are receiving in our business currently, but instead on the intentions that we have set for our lives. And that's a really big difference. Right? Because maybe you went into this and you thought to yourself, oh my gosh, I should already be this far in the business. Or maybe you went through the COVID spike that so many people did and you thought, wow, I'm really good. I'm making X amount of money. And so maybe you're a little bit disenfranchised. Maybe a couple hard months have been in the past behind you, but I want to be your friend. I want to be your coach. I want to be your mentor today who just reminds you that there are seasons to this thing. And if you really focus on the skill sets instead of just only the mindset, but having the good mindset as well, that is so important to have inside of building the skill set, you will really win. And that might sound really strange, but everything you want is right here, right? Everything you want is right here. And whether you believe you can achieve it or whether you believe that you cannot achieve it, it's an irrelevant conversation. Either way, you're right. Because your mind's a vacuum. I've been talking a lot about this lately, but have you ever noticed that negative people, everything around them seems to be negative, and vice versa? Around positive people, everything seems to be positive. It's like someone's got the perfect relationship, the perfect car, the perfect body, the perfect business, the perfect bank account. That they're always in church, they're always happy, their friends are always good. And on the flip side, you've got those people and they're probably in your ear about your little business right now, and everything's negative. Right? The business is too hard. Only a certain amount of people can get to the top. Only popular people can do that. Oh yeah, gas prices are going up. Oh my God, inflation. Have you seen what rent costs? Oh my God, I'm going to lose the house. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose the car. Oh my gosh, did you see what food is? Guys, it's just the principle of success. And so I want you to have that mindset going into this because I'm going to talk to you about some things that maybe will make you a little bit uncomfortable, but I swear it's going to be good for you. And so Jim Rohn was my first mentor, and this is way before I was Jessie Lee, and way before I think I was mentoring I was definitely way before I was mentoring anybody. Okay, this is when I was 2000 and oh my gosh, what year? 2011. This is driving the Ford Focus that's falling apart. Everybody, I used to talk all the time about this dang on car. Okay, but I knew I wasn't a loser, right? And that might be the biggest difference between you and me. And I mean me as in Jessie Lee, 22 years old, driving a car that looked like I was a loser. I knew I was going to win. And I didn't know how. And I didn't know with what. And I didn't know with who. And I didn't know anything. But I knew I wasn't a loser. I knew I was losing. But I knew I wasn't a loser. And I knew that I was going to do whatever it took. As long as it was legal, okay? I'm not like one of those people. All right, I knew I was going to do whatever it took as long as it was legal to live the life that I knew that I could work for and that I knew I deserved. And so that right there is the mindset. And right there is where I knew I did not have the skill set. I didn't have a skill set. Okay, I was just a kid out of college working in a pathology lab, but I had a will to win. And Jim Rohn said, don't say if I could, I would. Say instead, if I can, I will. You can do this business. You can choose to do this business. You can choose to build a brand, which is part of what we're going to talk about today. You can choose to show up to events like this. You can and you will. Well, I made a decision when I was 22 years old that I could build a business, that I didn't know how, but I knew that I could build a business and I knew that I would build a business. I just didn't know how yet. And so you need to commit to the process. A lot of people have a hard time committing to this process, but quite frankly, it is the seasons. You know, maybe you're not in a harvest season right now and you feel like, what is wrong with me? Why is there are people that are new that are winning? Well, maybe they're in a harvest season. Maybe it's time for you to plant more seeds. Maybe it's time for you to take care of those seeds and it's more like summertime and you recruited a lot a couple of months ago, right? Or maybe it's winter for you and you need to replan. You need to redecide who you are. You need to figure out a brand. You need to figure out who you are. You need to figure out who your real friends are. You need to figure out who you want to surround yourself with. Because I will tell you, success is nothing more than a set of few disciplines. That's Jim Rohn too. Right? Success is those set of few disciplines and you just repeat them over and over and over and over again. So you might be looking at somebody like me who's top in network marketing, who's got this huge brand, who's got multiple businesses, who's an investor, who's et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever. And you might say, what is different about her than me? I mean, I could say it two different ways, my friends. I could say nothing, and I could say everything. I could say nothing is different about you and me, and I could say everything is different about you and me. It's not that different, though. The difference between success and losing, and Milet says this, by the way, is so small that it's scary. The difference between success and losing is so small, it's scary. It's that very small set of disciplines. And so you need to ask yourself, are you disciplined? Do you have a will to win? Are you going to win? Is this going to be it for you? Are you going to commit to this? Because you can win in anything, but it's going to take a decision. You can sell to anyone. It's just conviction. It's just posture. It's just belief. It's nothing fancy, right? I'm going to give you some skill sets, so don't worry. And then how do you win with this opportunity? How does somebody like me recruit over 11,000 people? That wasn't an audio mix-up. I've recruited over 11,000 people personally in 11 and a half years. Do the math, right? Do the math. It wasn't because I was better than you. It's because maybe I believed a little more than you. I knew I wasn't a loser. So I would go into those presentations and I would go into those meetings and I would call people. Oof, I'm dating myself. I would call people and I would believe in them just a little bit more than they believed in themselves. But I knew I believed in me. And I would say, you know what? I know I don't have all this fancy stuff yet, but let me tell you what, I know where we're going. And I did know where I was going. Now, I didn't know it was going to look like this. And it looks pretty good right now. But I knew I was going to win. And I knew I was going to take people with me. And I knew that was going to become something I'm passionate about, which takes me to my really first point. I hope you guys are excited about this training. I hope you got those pens and papers. I hope you are just fired up and you are just ready to go, because I am already feeling it coming through me. I'm already ignoring my notes, which is always it's always a good sign. It's always going to be a good training when I got this outline and I'm hardly looking at it. But I got to tell you, recruiting is a gift. And I haven't talked about this in a long time, but I really believe recruiting is a gift, because if I take you way, 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 way back, and this is again 2011. I'm like a little kid in network marketing or direct sales. I don't know nothing about nothing. I found when somebody told me, "Hey, why are you just selling? Don't you know people you could help?" I found myself in a position where I'm like, "Yes, of course. There's a lot of people I can help. There's a lot of people who need a little bit more." And I had this desire at the time to make a little bit more. My desire was not, I didn't know about making millions of dollars. I didn't know anybody that was a millionaire. I saw those people on the internet, I guess, but I didn't know anybody in real life that was a millionaire. Certainly didn't know any billionaires. Are you kidding me? Those are like people that are fairy tales. Those people don't really exist. They must be locked up in their compounds in Hawaii or something like that, right? Like, I didn't know what any of this was. And so, but I knew that I could collect stories. And so that became what I did. Because I started seeing other people that needed help. And then I became addicted to helping other people. And I just wrote an Instagram caption today, and I love it. So I'm going to say the opening line. Nice girls always win. Nice girls finish first. Now, maybe you're a man watching this. And so nice men always win. Nice men finish first. And I really believe that. My heart in helping people was bigger than anybody or any negativity about what anybody could say about any kind of opportunity, any kind of scam, any kind of anything. It didn't matter to me because I saw what I was doing. My intentions were pure. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to get people out of situations financially, emotionally, mentally, etc., that they were currently in. And I knew that I had the wherewithal to be that person. Even when I was broke, even when I was driving the car that could hardly work, even when I was living in a basement and work in the business, all these parts of my true story, I knew I could win, and I needed to take more people with me. And so I started being a gatherer of stories. Please write that down. I started gathering stories from people that were not like me, but had won. Okay, that's all that mattered, really, because I would hear people's stories, and I couldn't personally relate because I was just the girl out of college. I was just the girl that was working in a lab. I was just the girl who wanted to make a couple $100s a month. I didn't know about these grand visions and whatever else, but I knew I needed to help more people. I knew I needed to recruit people. I knew I needed to get out of myself and go help people. That's what recruiting is. If you're a good person, you recruit, and that might sound crazy to some of you, but there are people who need help. The economy is about to do some weird stuff. and you don't know people who need a couple $100s a month, or quite frankly, tens of thousands of dollars a month, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you have the opportunity and you're out there resting on your laurels and not talking about it, shame on you. I'll be the person who tells you this has nothing to do with money. Shame on you for not helping people, because I was the girl who was literally stuck in a situation. I was the girl that was making everybody proud except for myself. I was the girl who had the good job, and everyone's talking about my 401k and everybody's talking about my benefits, and I'm sitting behind a desk and I'm miserable and I'm broke and my money's getting smaller every single month, and nobody presented me the opportunity. And so shame on you for people who think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It was a really big deal that I happened to go on Google and Google at-home businesses. And shame on everybody who was in network marketing 11 and a half, 12 years ago who never presented me an opportunity. And I don't want that to be you. And I don't want you to pass that up. And I don't want you to think about those people and go, oh, it's not that big of a deal. They wouldn't even say yes to me. You have no idea. You have no idea who needs this. You have no idea who needs to make a little bit or a lot of it. But everybody needs something, and everybody's looking for change. And it could be change in their friendship. It could be change in their mental state. It could be change in their physical health. It could be change in a lot of different things. But you have that ability and you have that opportunity. I know I'm like preaching to you right now before I even give you skills, but I just have to be real with you. So like I said, collect people's stories. Who are the stories of people you know who have won? And what are they like? See, I started collecting stories of people that were moms. I wasn't a mom. I'm still not a mom. So I started to find that out. I started finding out stories. Oh no, see, I know someone like that. See, I know how you feel. This is feel, felt, found. It's a traditional recruiting script and sales script. You know this one? Y'all know this one already? I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Feel, felt, found. I probably recruited 5 of the 11,000 people based off of feel, felt, found. Somebody tell me a story. Oh, I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel because I have a friend and her name is Sarah. And Sarah is also a single mom of 2. Her husband left her too. That is crazy. See, because what Sarah did, and no, I really know how you feel, because what Sarah did when her partner left her is she had nothing. He had control of all the finances. He had control of everything. She didn't even know that he was taking money out of the retirement account. I don't know if this is your situation, but she found this opportunity. She sold shoes. She sold her own shoes out of her closet to get the starter kit. Because the starter kit's only $500. She had over $500 in shoes in her closet, right? Not fancy shoes, just like Nikes and stuff. She started selling stuff in her closet. She got the starter package money. She started the business, and now she's one of the top sellers in the entire company. Now she out-earns her husband. So I know how you feel. I just know what I found, right? What I found is that anybody can do this. I understand how you're feeling right now, right? That's feel, felt, found. I don't know who Sarah is. I just know it's somebody's story, right? But I used to collect stories like that. Somebody say, oh, I would do this, but I'm really busy. I know exactly what you're saying. I understand exactly how you feel because I got a friend who works 3 different jobs, has 4 different kids. 4 different kids. Is also a dog mom, is also this, whatever. Start listening to stuff. Feel, felt, found. You connect with people, stuff changes. You connect with people, everything changes. And so when you're at an event like this, or you're at an event like anywhere, or you start to talk to people on a group chat, would you start talking to people you don't actually know? Start asking people what their story is. What is your story in this business? How long have you been doing this for? What success have you seen? Can you tell me about you really fast? I need to know about you. Stop being the one who's always talking. Be the one who's listening the most. It's probably the best tool when it comes to recruiting. You want to present the opportunity, let them essentially present the opportunity to their dang on selves. They really will too. And once you've been doing this long enough, you know that what I'm saying is the truth of network marketing. They will start presenting the opportunity themselves. So I just started doing that. I started connecting with people. I started making sure that I was offering the opportunity every single time. I stopped leading completely with product, which might sound really crazy to you. We're going to talk about products, but I am still top seller in our company, the current company that I represent. I'm top recruiter. I'm top in sales. I'm top in leadership development. I'm top in all this stuff. And all I really do is talk about the business. And all I talk about is the business. And then all I talk about is the brand. And when I talk about the brand, I'm talking about Boss Lee. I'm talking about who am I? Who am I? Because really, you need to start having a conversation with yourself. Who the hell are you? I hope not. That's like the only, I'll try not to cuss, but that was like a cuss word, right? All right, so no, it's not. Who the hell are you? What the hell? Who the hell are you, right? What do you stand for? Who are you as a person? Because I am able to recruit and build business. And by the way, if the word recruit freaks you out and you're still like, oh my God, recruiting, think of it as hiring. Okay, you're hiring people for a job where they dictate their own income, right? There's nothing worse than employees who are like, pay me more. I'm like, I would if you were worth more. So that's what I like about network marketing. It's the great equalizer, right? It's like, well, I would pay you more if you were better. But the way this is set up, you're not good. Okay. Like you're still in the suck phase. You're not even in the okay phase yet. You're not even in the bad phase yet. You're just really awful at this. But if you would treat this like something like school and you spent a lot of time learning skills, well, I think you'd have a different story to tell. So I just want to go through this because this is going to help you a lot. Specifically, I'm going to walk you through ways to kind of create your brand, but also create the content around your brand. And so I think this is going to be super useful for you. And I hope you are ready to just, I don't know, have your mind blown open in a positive way. Hopefully, you'll be able to look at your business a little bit differently. Hopefully, you'll look at how you want to build your business and build yourself differently. And I'm a really big fan of branding you. And the reason I'm a big fan of branding you is because the value is in you. Your uniqueness is what people are attracted to. People do business with people they know, people they like, people they trust. If you've never been trained on that before, please write it down. I was trained on that many, many moons ago, and I'm forever grateful because kindness is key. Kindness is key to retention, and retention is key to having a real business. And so people can say whatever they want about me. That's okay. I know I'm a nice person. I know I care about people. I know I've cared more about other people's businesses than I've cared about my own business. And it's reflected in the way my own business has scaled. Zig Ziglar once said, you can have everything you want in life if you help enough people get everything they want. Well, I took that to heart. I took that to heart literally over 11 years ago. And if you look at the ripple effect of me saying yes to my opportunity, it wasn't just yes to me. It was yes to thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And so throughout that, I said, I need a brand. I need people to think of something when they think of me. I need people to feel something more importantly, because no matter what I say today, you will not remember 99% of this, but you will remember how I make you feel. You will remember that, I don't know, like I liked her, something about her. She was not what I expected. She taught me things about myself I didn't know. She was relatable. I didn't know that she came from nothing. I didn't know she struggled at the beginning. I didn't know she wanted to quit too. I didn't know she didn't know how to recruit and she had to learn how. I didn't know all this stuff. Oh, that's my deaf dog, by the way. So if she interrupts this training in a second, I am apologetic. You can't shush a deaf dog very well, right? All right. So let's kind of go through this because I want you to focus on who are you? And so the first thing you can really do if you're like, I don't understand this brand thing, people keep talking about this. What is something you can talk about endlessly? And if you don't know what it is, here's a quick little assignment. Message your friends. Ask them, when you think about me, what is it I'm always talking about? Because sometimes it's something you're so passionate about, you don't even realize it. You're so passionate about it, you don't even realize it because it's almost like second nature to you. It's like, of course I'll talk about that. Obviously, I would talk about that, right? So go ask your friends. Find out what your brand is. Find out what you talk about, because what you can talk about for 45 minutes, you can probably talk about every single day, all day. There's probably something you're really, really, really passionate about, and I want you to focus on that. And so look, we got to think about this. If you want to recruit more people and if you want to sell to more people, because now you're motivated, because now I kind of fired you up a little bit, I want you to go here for a second and I want you to think of what Russell Brunson calls his avatar. Now, what is your avatar? Avatar, I don't like using this because I don't know. I think about like the movie with the little blue people and whatever, and I don't know. Maybe that's why he uses the word avatar. I don't really know. But who is your ideal prospect? Who is your ideal client? Who is the person where you're like, that's who I want to do business with? And the reason why this is so important is a lot of you probably went through the season of COVID where business was easy and you attracted people, and like a lot of people. And a lot of those people, not saying that people are trash, I'm saying you attracted a lot of trash. Like you attracted a lot of people who had no intention of actually building a business longer than just to get them out of COVID. They were sitting at their houses. They were getting subsidized by the government. They never actually wanted to learn the business. And now you, even though you had good intentions, and I started off with this, you had good intentions and you are blaming yourself for their lack of business, which affects your business today because now you no longer have that line of business. And stop that. Do not shame yourself for somebody not wanting to build your dreams. It was your dreams. God gave you those dreams. God gave you that vision. It is your vision. So let's continue on the vision. Let's not be quitters. See, because quitters never win. Duh. Okay. So who is that ideal client? How can you help those people? I want you to think about that. Now, you have to be specific about this. If you want to close more people and if you want to sell to more people and you want to build a bigger team, who is that person? And I mean specific. I don't mean, oh, I just want to help moms. No, you don't want to help all moms. You want to help a specific kind of mom. What kind of mom are you if you're a mom who says something like that? Who is the actual avatar, the actual character, the actual perfect client for you? And here's the perfect thing about this. When you are attracting the right person, baby, it's easy. It feels good. You get on team calls. You're like, I love getting on calls with our team because they are awesome. I love these people. Okay. So I talk about it all the time online. I'm like, I recruit people who want to make 6 and 7 figures a year. That's who I love to coach. That's who I love to mentor. Do they need to be making that kind of money? No. Do I love coaching the people with that kind of mindset that I can someday make 6 or 7 or 8 even figures a year? Hell yeah. Those are my people, right? I want you to think about that. Who inside of your niche, inside of your brand and kind of your specificities, who do you want to speak to? Because if you start posting content just for those people, you will start to be for those people. Am I making sense? Most of you go on the internet and you post content for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, which means you have no idea what you're posting, which means you're literally checking boxes. Well, my sponsor said to post a TikTok, and my sponsor said to make an Instagram post, and my sponsor said to make a Facebook Live. Well, who the hell are you talking to? Some of you right now are like, I don't know about this Jessie Lee girl. She is smart, but she is loud, and I think she's a little wild. I mean, I'm not going to give you all my personality right now, but for some of you, I'm for you. And for some of you, I am not. You would follow me on social and be like, this girl, I don't know about her. I don't know. I think I'm too conservative for her. Maybe. Like, I don't know. I think I'm a little too, whatever, it's okay. But I'm speaking so directly to my followers, so directly to my people that I literally get to go online and I feel like I'm writing captions for my friends. I feel like I'm making TikToks for my friends. I feel like I'm speaking on live video to friends. And then when I get to meet people in person at events like this, or on stages, or at the flipping grocery store, or I'm in the airport, or wherever, I meet people all over the world. Somebody ran into me in Jordan, the country Jordan. Somebody recognized me. Are you kidding me? This is crazy, right? It's like, hey, old friend. And I don't have to put on some kind of facade. And a bunch of you are out here putting on this facade, and you're trying to talk to everybody. You understand? And when you try to talk to everybody, then you're for nobody. So who is your ideal client, and start speaking to them. Be clear right from the beginning. Hey, this is who I'm looking for. This is how I can help you. See, your job is to solve the problems of the people inside of that specific niche. Your job is to say, I'm for, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of something for men. Men with beards aged 35 years old who, God, like baseball. Oh God, I should just never use a man example. Bad avatar. Heavens to Betsy. Okay, what problem does a 35-year-old man with a beard who's trying to make thousands of dollars a month and likes baseball? Why would he want to make money? I can fix it. His beard costs money because a well-groomed beard is not inexpensive. All right. They got special brushes you can be talking about. They got oils they can be talking about. Those are the men that actually wash their face with more than a bar of freaking soap, FYI. And if any men are watching that wash their face with a bar of soap, please stop, because you are aging your skin and we want you to look good with us as we age. Okay. Thank you. Okay. But then we said baseball. These men like baseball, which means they probably want to make some money for baseball games so they can go play baseball or be on their baseball team, or maybe they want time freedom so they can be on a baseball team. You know, they play baseball. Oh, man, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't play baseball, but I do go to Rangers games to go, woo, your pants look good. All right, I gotta stop. All right, but seriously, that would be the person you're speaking to. Your post would be written around that. And that would be the person you're only trying to speak to. Instead of trying to also talk to the dog parents and also talk to the men with no beards and, the 80-year-old men and the 20-year-old men, just talk to the people whose problems you can solve. If your entire business starts to be based around your entire brand, your entire content strategy starts to be based around those people. Whoever your people are, you will speak to them. They will feel like this person's page was meant for me. They will slam the follow button. They're like, I got to see everything they do. That's my person. That's my person. Hold on. She got Instagram too. He got Instagram too. He got TikTok. Does she have Facebook? Does she have a podcast? Is she on YouTube? Is he over there? What is he doing? Where? I need to follow you everywhere. And that's when raving fans start. And I will tell you, you don't need that many raving fans to make $1 million a year. And I know that sounds insane to some of you, but it is the dead truth and honest fact, because people who actually care about you, not only will they celebrate you and purchase everything you ever put out, but they will share you. They will share you. They will share you like crazy. They will tell your friends about you. They will tell their friends about you. They will tell your enemies about you, right? They will be your marketing firm like crazy. They will make sure everyone knows all the good things about you, and you don't have to do anything except for consistently speak to these people. Am I making sense? Like, I know I'm making sense because this is what I do, and this is how I made millions of dollars on the internet, and I never ran an ad. That's why you're supposed to be listening to me right now. Okay, I'm the girl that did that thing. Now take some notes, okay? So look, clients, customers, prospects are all drawn to stories, all right? So share stories about yourself. You could share about how you got started in the business and why you do what you do, why it's important to you. You could share about how you came up with, your team name, why is it the Humble Hustlers? Why does that matter to you, right? Right? You can start telling people, you know what, here's a turning point in my business. Here's something that changed my life. The personal stories connect people. People know about my 2017. They know I lost my business. They know I had to sue a company. They know that I lost my Nana, who was my mother, right? They know all this stuff about me. They know my marriage fell apart. I'm real. I'm relatable. People know this stuff about me. So when the enemy tries to prosper against me and tries to say stuff, people go, don't even with her. Don't even with her. She's been telling me her stories for 11, 12, 15 years on Facebook. I know her. I literally know her. And some of you are, and it can be whatever you want. The freeing thing about the internet, I think sometimes, and I love this, is share whatever you want to share and don't share what you don't want to share. There's a lot of stuff people know about me, but there's a lot of stuff they don't know, to the point where I know this is fact, because then I'll like throw something in there really fast and I Scooby-Doo them and they're like, what did she just say? She just what? I hid a whole relationship for months from the internet. Like nobody even knew. Okay, because I didn't want to tell him yet. I wanted to keep it a secret in case he was a psychopath. Turns out he is. He's still with me. Cheers to that. I need a drink of water. He's not a psychopath. I'm the crazy one. But you want these people you're doing business with to engage with you, to like you, right? To follow you. They want to feel like, you know what? I feel like I know him. I feel like I know her. That's my person. You will sell so much more. There's so many people that join me in business. They don't even know what I sell. They're like, I don't know, girl, give me the biggest pack. What you got? Whatever you want. I just need to be part of whatever you do. Whatever it is, I just need it. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. And then they buy it and they're like, I like this. I'm like, all right. See, some of you are so focused. You're like, we've got the best skin machine, which by the way, I don't remember what it's called, but I have one and I do like it. The scrub-a-dub-dub, little blue thing. Blah, 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 blah. What is that thing called? I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know. Come on. What the hell? Luma Spa. There we go. I knew it was going to come to me. I got one of those. That thing is bomb. You're right. But a bunch of you are obsessed with it in a way that has nothing to do with your brand. Oh, you know what? I bet you this call is filled with men that wash their face properly. So I'm going to backtrack for a second. Y'all probably got some good skin. You keep those wrinkles at bay. I appreciate you. You keep doing your thing, King. Okay. You tell those other men out there, they really need this. All right. Like, I'm going to go back to the men for a second. Like, are you serious right now? Easiest thing ever. 35-year-old man. Don't you? Hey, listen, look at my skin right now. Like, women are obsessed with men who actually take care of themselves. I know you're single, man. I know you go to these baseball games. You're looking for these women and stuff, and your beard looks good, but like your skin's getting, man, I have the solution. Would you you need to try this. Let me show you some photos. Let me show you some, because like dude, like I'm just telling you, like man to man, your skin could look better. And then they look at you with your glowing Louis Spa skin and then you sell more. What can I say? All right. So you're going to have men all over the world throwing out bars of soap. I can see it. I can see into the future for you guys. All right. So look, I want to help you sell. All right. I hope you can feel my passion about this right now, but look, you can share testimonials all day, but it doesn't have to be I'm going to give you sales and I'm going to give you sales and recruiting. Okay. When was the last time you put the spotlight on somebody you coached or somebody on your team? Share their story. Put that in your story. Put that on your wall. You're trying to recruit people. Show me the success of the people on your team. Show me what's going on this humble hustlers team. I want to know who's winning. I get it. Your leader's winning, but who else? Who else is paying for school for their private school for their kids? Who else is paying for baseball? I'm using that example 100 times in this training. Y'all got me on a roll. Okay, I'm on a roll. Can't stop me now. All right, who went to the Rangers game, baby? Is it Astros? Is it Orioles? Ooh, we're my Dodgers fans. Let's go. Okay, what can I say? Like, what are the stories you have of people? What was their life like before working with you? What is their life like now since working with you? And what are the benefits of the future that they're looking forward to when working with you? See, that's how you write entire stories. A lot of you just got to get better at telling stories inside that brand. Showcase your client testimonials. Showcase your team's feedback. Showcase case studies that have worked really well. People will absolutely go crazy off of this. It's extremely valuable. All right. Now, something most of you don't do well. I don't even need to know any of you on this call. I can't see you, unfortunately. I'm recording this with my dog children here, wishing I was seeing your beautiful faces. But I'll tell you, y'all are bad at bragging. And I'll tell you why. You're bad at bragging because you've been told probably your whole life, oh, be humble. And I'm not telling you to be, braggy about everything and in your face about everything and, whatever, and intimidating to people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some of you should be flexing on some people every once in a while because you got credentials and you're not using them. Right? And the reason why some of you are not sharing your story is because you're comparing it to everybody else. You're looking at the top of your company and you're going, well, I'm never going to be that person. So why is my story valid? Your story is valid because facts tell and stories sell. Your story is also valid because if you have grown in this opportunity, it's valid. Your story is also valid because if you're somebody who has a community now, that's valid. Your story is also valid because if you've made any amount of money, it's still a story. It's still a story. And the reason why some people think people don't win in this profession is because y'all literally are so judgmental on yourselves. You don't share your wins of $100. You don't share your wins of $500. You don't share when you make $1,000 because you don't think it's good enough. And I'm here to tell you it is good enough. It's absolutely good enough. And there are most people in this profession who are here for community. You just are. You're watching this training and you're at your friend's house and you're talking at the same time that you're listening to me. And then when your friends who are actually listening giggle, you giggle, not because you listened, but because everyone else is giggling. But you know what? I know more sad, depressed, anxious, miserable adults than I know happy ones. And it has nothing to do with money. And it has everything to do with their community. They're lonely. They don't have friends. They get up every day and they go to work, and the only friends they have are their work friends. They're not even their real friends. They don't hang out after work. What do they do the weekends? They stay home and they watch Netflix because they don't have friends. And they look forward to the holidays to go home to their small town to go see their friends from high school. And they can talk about how fat they got and how sad they are and how much they hate their jobs and how miserable their wife is and how blah, 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 blah. Be the difference and understand that story is a credential. That story is an accomplishment. That difference you've made in people's lives is worth bringing in business partners. So do you have coaching credentials? Yeah. Do you have any awards? Some of you literally have awards. Why don't you talk about them? People get mad that I'm like, hey, I'm the #1 network marketer. Hey, I'm the icon earner. I've been top earner in my company not since I joined. I almost accidentally lied to you. I'm looking at the trophy. It took me a little over 2 years to out earn my upline, but then I out earned my upline and I won the icon award, right? Like I tell people, I show people the trophies. I can see I got too many lights in my face, but there's a rack of trophies over there. I already told you on this training, some of the awards I win every single year. I'm the pace setter in the company. I'm all of this stuff. All of it. Which is why people would want to join me. So what is it that makes you better than the rest? And it doesn't have to be an award, but maybe it is. It doesn't have to be an accomplishment, but maybe it is. Have you been training on team calls in front of a couple hundred people? See, most people will never do that. That's an accomplishment. You're a flippin' public speaker. Talk about it. And talk about it to your niche, to your social media, inside your brand. You'll explode. Start sharing what makes you unique, what makes you the expert. Why are you the best inside your niche for this profession? I don't know if I don't know. I almost talked poo on myself, and I don't do that. Okay. So let me use an example of somebody else. Somebody else might not be the best coach for that baseball man. But if you're that baseball man, you might be the best coach for them. You see what I'm doing there? So, what is your unique value proposition? Please write that down. UVP, unique value proposition. What is it about you that makes you unique? Maybe you're more present than anybody else. Maybe you're relatable more than anybody else. Maybe you're friendlier than everybody else. Maybe you're more present than everybody else. Maybe you're the grinder and your sales are higher than everybody else. Maybe you got more recruits than everybody else. Maybe you're a better coach than everybody else. Maybe you've helped more people win than everybody else. I don't know. What do you do? I became known by Eric Worre as a systems girl because I was the only person in network marketing building out systems. Now everyone's talking about ATM. Everyone's talking about these scripts. Everyone's talking about whatever. They were mine before they were anybody else's, and everybody knew it. It made me the unique expert. It made me the talk of network marketing. It put me on the stages because I had a unique value proposition. My brain worked differently, right? Right. Okay. So this is good stuff, right? Should I give you a minute? Y'all fire hosing? Am I fire hosing you with information? I know I am. Let's keep going. You want to recruit more. You want to sell more. Highlight a problem and a quick tip to solve it. You know who your ideal client is at this point. I've gone over it for 20 minutes. All right. Those people know what they're struggling with, and you should know what they're struggling with because you're speaking directly to those people. So are they currently confused, anxious, overwhelmed, fearful, down on their luck, need money, in the middle of a divorce, doubting themselves, holding themselves back from their goals, whatever? What is the quick tip you have uniquely for that problem? It should be an easy fix because it's your brand. You're talking to your people. You're not talking to my people. You're talking to your people. What's the solution? Identify one problem, one obstacle that they have that will sell a product or that will recruit people. Quick tip to solve it, overcome it, or oh my God, at least get it under control. Right? You got people right now freaking out about a worldwide recession. I can't even say it. My mouth refuses to believe it because I got a personal economy, people. All right, but like I tried to say it for the purpose of the call, a worldwide recession is what people are worried about. Okay. Well, look, do you have a solution? Of course you do. What's your quick tip to solve it? And how do you use the language around the people inside that niche to attract them? I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not going over your head. I really do. All right. Now, something people might think is strange is inside of when I sell things and when I pitch the opportunity, I love the word no. I love the word no. Some of you are so scarce. It's like, you feel like you got to say yes to every customer and yes to every single recruit. And you spend 4 hours selling a LumiSpa. I mean, I could mention other products here, but I like that thing, right? So you spend 4 hours selling this dang on LumiSpa to someone who's biatching and moaning and complaining and saying, oh my gosh, well, I don't even know if I have the full 2 minutes. You know, that's 30 seconds here and 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here and 30 seconds. I just don't know if I could possibly do it. And the price point is way out there and blah, blah. And you're wasting all this time trying to talk to this person who's just got full of excuses. They're not even your person. You don't even want to do business with them. You can't even stand it. You're almost wishing wrinkles on them because they're giving you wrinkles in the conversation. You're just like, oh my God. Okay. And you're spending all this time on someone who's clearly not a good fit for you. And you know what happens with those customers? Maybe you start using the sales scripts, right? Maybe you're following scripts, going for the objections, go for the no, go for the no, go for the no, go for the no. And I love going for the no when it's the right person. Sure do. But you already know what's happening with this customer. This customer, when they get their LumiSpa, is going to leave it. They're not going to touch it for weeks. Then when they do touch it and you're checking in on them and you're following up on them, they're like, oh, I haven't used it yet. And they're like, I haven't found my 2 minutes in the day to wash my face. Oh my God. Okay. And then you have the conversation with them and you're like, can I FaceTime you? We'll wash faces together, Martha. I don't know why her name's Martha, but her name's Martha. Okay, Martha, let's wash faces together. Fine. Okay, she does it once. Okay, yeah, feels great. Looks the same. I still got wrinkles everywhere. Looking crazy over here. I feel dirty still. I don't know, whatever. I don't know about this Luma Spa. All right, well, you got to do it every day, Martha. Twice a day, Martha. Okay, and she's the one. Martha makes a return 3 weeks later. Martha's the one. Oh, it just didn't work. They expect you to wash your face for a total of 4 minutes a day. This is out of control. I mean, who's got 4 minutes a day for face washing? I don't got time for that. I got a life. I'm Martha. I got things to do. I got to knit. I'm really profiling poor Martha right now. All right. You get my point? You spend all this time after Martha, who is Karen's cousin. I agree. Karen's cousin Martha, they're in cahoots, probably calling each other, and Karen's the one who joined the team and returned the kit. Like Karen returned her kit, Martha returned the Luma Spa for sure. I can see it in my mind's eye right now. Why didn't you focus on Bridget and Elizabeth and Olga, who were excited to begin with? Why didn't you go build people around your brand who wanted to talk to you? That's what we do. I'm the same way in business. It's like when I talk to people, well, how much time is this going to take? Is it super easy? I'm like, you know what? It's not easy. It's simple. How much time is it going to take? So you're asking the wrong question already. I don't even like that. I don't think this is a good fit for you. How many of you are bold enough to say to say that to somebody? I sure as hell am. I don't know if this is a good fit for you, Martha. This product works really great for people who use it 2 times a day for 2 minutes. So I totally respect you don't have time for that, but there's a lot of people who do. And so I just don't know that you're a good fit for this. Right? How long is it going to take me to make $1 million? Well, I don't really know. It's not really a speed conversation. You got a lot of learning to do. Okay. So I don't know if this is a good fit for you if you're looking for fast money. I don't know if this is a good fit for you if you're trying to get rich quick. I don't know if it's a good fit for you if you're trying to bring in 2 people to make $1 million and just leverage that. I think it's a better fit for you if you're committed. I think it's a better fit for people who are ready to commit to a skincare program, ready to commit to health and wellness, ready to commit to lifelong income. I love that. Some of you are so scared to take it away. Take it away. Just take it away sometimes. You're allowed to do that. All right. I'm going to give you some more things you can share. All right. I'm trying to help y'all. Share inside your niche again. So as a coach inside of this who's selling and recruiting, what is a mindset shift that you can help your ideal avatar with? So not everybody, but the power of mindset. We started this entire training about this. Okay. So what are some ways that you can get people unstuck? Right? And inside of your niche, maybe you take one problem. Remember the problems? The one problem. And you teach them how to identify it. You teach them how it's false. You teach them how, they can treat the problem a different way. Look for solutions. Don't look for problems. Give them an alternative way, that they can see the obstacles and go a different direction. And maybe you teach them something about reframing situations. Maybe you teach them the little vacuum thing I taught you at the beginning of this training. Right? But inside of your niche, to the bearded baseball guy, what's the mindset shift for him? What are those men talking about? And you don't always have to post about business. You're just always speaking to that kind of person. When they like you, they will buy from you. When they feel understood, they will buy from you. When they feel like I trust this person, they will join you in business. This has to be a long-term game. This can't be something where you're like, I did it for a while. I don't really know. Like when something's going on in the world, can you post something that's like a unique take on the current events that are going on that speaks to those niches? Yes. I spoke about Kanye. Sure did. To my people. You understand? Okay. Something else that'll help them really well is, do you share common mistakes that this ideal promoter, salesperson, distributor, I'm not sure what you call them, or client is making? This is very easy in your product line. What is the one mistake you see your ideal prospect making over and over and over and over and over again? Whatever that problem is, you can highlight the one negative habit, and you could pick one negative habit a week to highlight so they can start addressing it. And you provide them with the solution to address it. You will change people's lives. They will hit follow forever. They will follow you, like I said, everywhere. They will feel like they know everything about you. You can even share a throwback of like the biggest mistakes you made in the past and how you fixed it. Again, a lot of you are just so scared. You're just so scared. You're scared that you're not going to look perfect online. I got to tell you what, nobody's looking for perfection. They're looking for real. In a world that is photoshopped, that is filtered, that is full of BS, man, that internet can see real, faster than ever these days. They will share the real people. They will hit the flip and share, follow button all day long. I've never seen anyone talk like her before. Share, follow. Oh my God, I've never. How is she on my Explore page? Share, follow. Oh my gosh, she can speak. Share, follow. That's how you build a brand. You're gonna only see people you're only gonna attract people that are attracted to you. It's flipping magic, and it's so much more fun. It's great doing business with people where you're like, God, I just feel like they're speaking my language. Some of you are out here speaking English, but they only speak Chinese. They don't know what you're saying. Am I making sense? Okay, something that worked really, really well for me, and I highly suggest this for you. You can check it out on my Instagram if you want to. I currently have an FAQ up for my Bossly Accelerator Education Program. I have that up there, and I want you to see the example I used. I kept getting asked the same questions over and over and over again. Here's what I'm telling you to do. This is an assignment. All this stuff is assignments, but here's a great assignment too. Have you paid attention to all the questions that the people that you are trying to prospect keep asking you? What are the ones that they just keep asking again and again and again and again and again and again, over and over and over and over and over again? Huh? You get the same questions, don't you? What's it cost to join? What's my time commitment? How long will it take to be successful? Such a bad question, but whatever. We already addressed that, right? Can I do this from my home? Do I need a laptop? What's the most amount of money I can earn from something like this? Is there coaching and training? Are there events? Is it something enjoyable? Is there a community? Is there training? Is there whatever? You get the point. Okay, make a frequently asked questions document or answer the questions on video in your stories and make a highlight on your Instagram that is a frequently asked questions. I put that up there for my accelerator program, and I'm telling you, the amount of people that are joining that thing because they had all their questions already answered is ridiculous. I just answered what they kept asking. I knew what they wanted. So what questions do people keep having about your products? What questions do people keep asking you about joining your opportunity? Well, instead of regurgitating it over and over and over again, make a highlight or make a document, make an actual frequently asked question document, take the sucker, copy the link, put it in a link tree in your bio, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're closing more people. See, we're thinking so unintelligent sometimes. You're like too smart. Oh gosh, I'm on a really long tangent. I feel like in my own head, I'm thinking 19 things. Start talking like a normal person, guys. I think my brand scaled so fast because people would watch me and go, she is wicked smart, but she speaks to me. And some of you are out there trying to be so smart all the time, so nerdy, so book smart, so, how many big words? Let me get my thesaurus out. I don't want to get my freaking thesaurus out. I want to talk to somebody like they're my friend. My niche is not the analytical little robots of the world who, literally are walking encyclopedias. I like those people. I like nerds. I just don't know how to speak, like I don't speak that language. I speak hi, hello, how are you? How you doing? Okay. I'm like, this is me. You'll recruit way more people. So please put the frequently asked questions there on things you constantly answer. It'll help you so much. Oh, jeepers. I already gave you extra. Let me close this out with a couple more things, okay? Because I love talking about this. I love helping you guys build your business. I hope you feel like your time was worth it today. I hope you're sitting here like, what? I got a lot to do. What? Okay, that's the goal here. All right? I want you to feel like this is the best training of my freaking life, and I need a replay. That's really what my goal is. So here's the next thing. Let me stop talking about that, and let me get to this. Address the number one sales objection before they ever have it. You see, a lot of you guys do this stupid response stuff. Okay, I don't have to respond I don't have to react because I already addressed it. If you know that price is going to be a concern, tell them up front, hey, it's going to cost this much. There's no shock. There's no surprise. This is what it costs. Would we like to continue this conversation? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Like, hey, this is what it's going to take. It's going to take a long time for you to make the kind of money you're talking about. Are you ready for this? Right? What are the objections? And just address them from the jump. Stop being so reactionary. Most people are reactionary in business. I'm not reactionary. I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm going to tell you all the truth right from the get-go. I'm going to tell you right away. Here's what to expect when you do this. Here's what to expect when you're part of this with me. Here's what you're going to get. Oh, here's something I get a lot of the time. I get this. I get this. I get this. Well, no problem. Like, I literally am so deliberate, so intentional with telling everybody everything up front, because then they don't have an objection. Most of you are waiting to get objections repeatedly. It makes no sense to me, right? You already know what the man keeps saying is the problem. You already know what the woman keeps saying as the problem over and over and over again. So say it up front. Hey, what I hear a lot of the time is that, sometimes people give me an objection of they need to talk to their partner. So that's totally fine. If you want to go ahead and do that now, and then when you come back to this, I would just love to have the conversation. Go ahead. I'm in no rush. If you've ever watched me sell anything on live video, I literally say it all the time. People will ask me, oh, is that safe for these people, safe for those people? I straight up go, you know what? I'm not a doctor. What I would suggest you do, because I'm in no rush, go talk to your doctor first. And then whatever they say, I'm cool. I'm cool. Just keep following me, right? Like, it doesn't matter to me, right? So do people worry about the price of your program? Of your company? Address it, or program or product or whatever. Are people worried about the results you're promising? Show them results before they say a dang on thing. Are they worried about time and energy? Tell them the fact of the matter. Tell them the fact of the matter. If it is, oh, I don't know, it's expensive to join, the business, and I don't really know. Listen, two ways you could answer that. Okay. If the main concern is the pricing of your program, is the pricing of your product, is the pricing of your opportunity, reframe it. It is an investment in themselves and in their future. It's not just an expense. Something that is a fact of the matter is, if you would have told me when I was shaking like crazy, putting $310 on a credit card when I was 22 years old in 2011, that a $310 investment was going to turn into this, come on. And that $310 felt like $310,000 because I didn't have it. But if I hadn't made that investment in myself, you would not be watching me on this training right now. I know that smacked. I know it did. And it's true. It's the fact of the matter. And so I'm just telling you guys, don't worry so much about, again, the how and the who and the what and the whatever. I just gave you a ton of skills. I just gave you a ton of things you can post. I just gave you a ton of tactics, but it will only work if you do it. And I will tell you, you're enough for whatever it is and whoever you are. You think you have to be for everybody, and that is not even remotely true. Start talking to the people that you want to do business with. Start branding yourself as the man or woman that you want to be, to show people that. Start putting yourself out there as the example of what it can be and who those people can also strive to be. And start telling more stories, because again, the facts tell and the stories sell. And the more stories you gather of people who have won that are different than you, you have the ability to touch people's lives, because people are never going to remember what you say. They're only going to remember how you make them feel. And I had an amazing time today with you. I hope you kind of just dust the funk off if you're feeling it. I hope you get yourself back up again and get back up on that horse and rebuild your business. And I hope you're motivated, but mostly inspired and super excited to take control of your life by creating a brand to allow you to sell more, be more, become more, and recruit more. My name is Jessie Lee. You can call me Boss Lee. You can follow me all over on all platforms, etc. I had a great time recording this, and I wish I could be there with you guys. So thank you so much for reaching out, Jennifer. I really appreciate you. And humble hustlers, let's get it going. All right. Let me know if this helps you. And I really hope it does. So see you guys on the internet. Ciao.